Alright, well, hey there, everyone. I just wanted to quickly say that I'm sorry that this isn't a Bluebarian Reviews. I'm working on it, just like I always am. But you're welcome, because this isn't a Bluebarian Reviews. This is something pretty fun. I made a quick little video with my buddy Josh, the artist of the show, who made Bluebarian and Tangerine, and we had a good time. We were just talking about some pretty cool news that happened. So I hope you enjoy it. This is being direct to Josh. Direct to you. I hate you, Josh.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the show. This is a show where we're going to talk about a thing we're excited about. And it's April 8th,
it is
2014.
It's not anymore.
Not anymore.
But that's okay.
It was. And
it was at one point.
This is my friend Josh here. And
I'm Josh.
He has had a incredible contribution to the Bluebarian Reviews. What did you do?
Almost nothing. I mean,
almost everything.
I only created you created your identity completely. I just created the art assets.
He's the artist. He made Bluebarian and Tangerine here.
I mean, I had so many elements to work with. Blueberries, barbarians.
So I think it goes without saying that you deserve to be on my channel as much as possible. I try to put you in this channel as much as possible.
He tries to use my body as much as possible.
Just filming from the bushes. Just always getting those good footages.
Yeah, I mean, the police cannot keep you away.
No, they can't. They can't. So it's awesome actually making the thing with you. So I just wanted to get right into it, dive right in.
Let's talk about this thing.
Oh, this here.
Oh, hello.
Nintendo Direct talked about the new Smash Bros. tonight.
Little something called Smash Brothers.
Yes.
No, you think you heard of it? Maybe.
You know, what were your expectations from this announcement they had on Nintendo Direct tonight?
I had a few expectations. I think the biggest thing I was expecting was just pure content. I was expecting them to just hit us with, this guy's coming out, this is going to be an assist trophy. You know, I'm used to the Brawl release where we were waiting for days and days and days and days, and all we got was, like, assist trophies. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, okay, that's great. I appreciate
Brawl people you were waiting
updates.
for years, even.
Yeah, I mean, we were waiting for incredibly long periods of time to get just breadcrumbs. I was super surprised that they announced a lot of like key features of the game. They were announcing online. They were announcing game modes. So yeah, I mean, it was a really meaty update. I was very glad that I tuned in for this one.
Definitely. And I feel that I was especially excited for the release date, knowing when this game is actually coming out, because it's not been established, and finally it has.
Yeah, and that's when the hype starts really setting in, I think, is when you actually have something to look forward to.
Definitely.
So we've got the 3DS title coming out this summer, and the Wii U title is coming out...
winter, probably Christmas thing.
Probably going to be like a Black Friday kind of release window. Probably. But
get more people to maybe buy that Wii U for the... Let's try again, guys. Come on, buy our system. Yeah.
It's pretty compelling at this point.
It might do it.
This could be the game that really sets Nintendo on the path to a better next generation system.
Games like these fund Nintendo well enough for them to work on the crazy, like, random games. Like, what was that Beautiful Joe type game?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm
they have some unique stuff on the system.
There's no third parties here, so I mean, I'm looking forward to them having this kind of popularity resurgence. Hopefully, we'll see.
Now, me personally, one of the biggest things I was excited about, aside from the release date, which I did get, I did not get my Captain Falcon.
Falco!
Yeah, it was kind of weird that they didn't announce. I didn't realize. I didn't know what they had and hadn't announced really very clearly until I tuned in.
I guess I didn't
today.
either, because...
But yeah, I mean, no Captain Falcon. We've got no Jigglypuff. There's a lot of Smash 64 characters that we think
Falco,
of as staples.
Ganon, which, the clones are not clones, but...
Yeah.
But I think that should be in it. But yeah.
Yeah, there should definitely... I mean, Ganon, Captain Falcon... yeah, there's a lot of
who were all the guys they did announce?
I mean, they announced...
In case you didn't catch this.
So, the biggest announcement was probably the one right at the very end with, what's his name? Greninja? Greninja. I was forgetting his name. Yeah, I mean, he's cool looking.
Pokemon X and Y, aside from being so easy, was so fun.
Yeah, and I think they added a lot of new and interesting Pokemon this generation. Like, I was not at all hooked on Black and White at all. Like, I didn't even play it. So...
I often show you a random Pokemon, and you're just like, who's this bitch?
I feel older when you're like, I've got a purple man.
Chandelier's my favorite.
And I'm like, I'm too old for this Garbodor. Whatever. Like, that's not a Pokemon. But, that was the biggest announcement, definitely, was the Greninja. But they also announced Charizard. They announced Zero Suit Samus, jokingly saying she wasn't going to be in the game.
What happened to Zero Suit Samus, you say? Well, unfortunately, she's not going to participate in this iteration of Smash Brothers. Nah, I'm only kidding.
I like the new things that they were showing off with her jet boots and stuff. And they also announced...
And real quick, these characters that were used to being as one character, like Zelda and Sheik. Sheik's going to be in the game too, also announced.
Yeah.
And Zero Suit Samus and regular Samus are their own characters now.
Yeah, one of the biggest announcements that one of the announcements, because they were all big announcements, was just that all characters are going to be their own character. That means that they're not going to be divided into all of these different forms or Pokemon Trainer or something like that. Yeah. So I think that adds a lot to the competitive edge of it, where everything's balanced for what it is. It's not like Pokemon Trainer, you get a really fast guy, a really strong guy.
Which sadly still no word on Squirtle or Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed that the Squirtle is not in the game yet, but we'll see. There's still a lot of time. I mean, they haven't announced Captain Falcon, so there's probably time for a lot of things that are just...
It would be a shock. I feel like especially Captain Falcon and Jigglypuff, because they're so, like, integrated. Yeah. Those would be the biggest shocks for me.
Yeah, but definitely.
Obviously, there's other things we'd want to. Also, I don't know if we mentioned... Did we mention Yoshi?
Oh, yeah, Yoshi's one of the announcements.
And,
yeah, he looked a lot like the newest patch in Project M, oddly enough. I just downloaded that recently and started
Project
playing
M
around
is
with it.
really good.
It's fun.
Yeah.
If you got into Melee a lot, I'm sure you've already seen it. And if you haven't, it's basically just like a competitively tuned version of
They
Brawl.
have the advanced play that you can play in
Yeah,
Melee.
they added all of the advanced
into
techniques.
Brawl. Got rid of tripping. And cool thing is computers are actually like smart. They can do wave dashing and good for
the
training
coolest thing
in the
about
game.
The coolest thing about it is just that they're making it to be a competitive game and not necessarily to be a clone of Melee. So it's totally its own thing. It's got all of its own characters, and I really hope that it grows into the fighting game community.
I also hope
Melee.
This game here grows into
Me
something
too.
good.
One of my biggest expectations was that not expectation at all, actually, was that it wouldn't be competitive enough and that it wouldn't have any place in the fighting game community.
I think the online play that they announced is a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, the online stuff that they announced was really solid.
Could you quick explain, in case people didn't see it?
Yeah, I mean, they announced that there's going to be 2 different modes, so we're going to have... the mode that is just for fun, and it's going to be 4-player free-for-alls. It's going to be items on random stages, no Final Destination type stages where it's all flat. You're going to have interesting hazards and stuff. It's just going to be to play around and not really take it too seriously.
Good party game.
Good party game. Something to do if you have no friends. Whatever. We don't judge.
Yes.
But yeah, and then the other mode is going to be for Glory, is what they called it. It's probably going to be basically
competitive play.
Yeah, the ranked mode. I mean, if you play things like Super Street Fighter at this point, there's a competitive ranked mode, and then there's a more practice your character kind of free play mode. So it's good that they have that distinction.
Like Super Street Fighter, the competitive version is 1v1, and it has all Final Destination type stages. So they have actual Final Destination, but they also have every other stage design, like all the art and background, but they flatten it out, no platforms, no items.
Which is exciting, that they're actually going to the bother of making sure that it's an even playing field, both literally and actually, like making sure that everybody's got the same kind of advantages and disadvantages.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I was a little worried about is that some levels need a few platforms just to play around with. Even
There
if
are
it's just
characters
like
that need
Battlefield or anything like that.
that have abilities that are good.
Yeah.
Against platforms.
Anybody that's competitive will know that Samus and Marth and characters like that benefit really heavily from platforms. So we'll see if that gets incorporated in any stages at all, but right now it looks like no.
Yeah.
So it's a little disappointing. But we'll see. There's still
Local,
still
though.
a lot unknown.
Local, you can still do it, obviously.
Local-
You can do everything.
Yeah, local. And local
You're
is
good.
probably going to be what the standard is for things
Yes.
like, well, not
The
maybe not
brawl
Evo,
tournaments.
but yeah, I mean Smash Fests, the Smash community as it is right now.
Smash was at Evo, I think.
Smash is
Last
going to
couple
Evo
of
this year
years.
as well.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers Melee is going to be at Evo 2014, which is really exciting.
Sweet.
That it's kind of apparently it was like expected from the Evo community. Like the people that run it were like, no, of course it's getting in. It's a fantastic community, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this game is a way that the developers can say, hey, we want this thing in the fighting game community as well. We'll see though. Yeah, what was the other the game type that they announced?
The other game type, well, there's actually a pretty interesting one that you can customize the characters a little bit.
That's right.
And you can make them a little crazy. Like, I remember seeing some footage that I might show here in the video of, like, Mario doing, like, a double uppercut, and, like, Marth dashing hugely across the screen to stab someone. And
Yeah, I mean, it looked like there was a lot of interesting versions of abilities that you're used to just operating in completely different ways. They said it's not going to be available in competitive, in online competitive
Right,
at all.
which makes sense, but it allows you apparently to like edit the moves different ways to kind of customize it, where it makes the play unique and fun, and that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I really am excited to see what we can do with that.
yeah, it reminded me a lot of the Super Street Fighter Edition Select that they just added to Ultra that is coming out relatively soon here.
Also excited about
Yeah.
that.
Basically just giving you customizing in a non-balanced way your characters just to play around with stuff, and it'll be really fun to see what kind of things people exploit with things
It'll
like
be
that.
pretty ridiculous with both games.
Yeah.